Yesterday's episode was a bit mental, wasn't it? Thank you for all of your suggestions in the comment section of that episode. I've a handful. In fact, I'm struggling to hold them all in my hands, the amount of suggestions that were offered to us. We are, of course, looking for a backup left-back, for a backup winger, for a first-team quality defence-minded central midfielder, and a first-team striker. So, we have £184 million available to us. If you missed yesterday's episode, I won't spoil how that figure came about, but go and watch yesterday's video. It's only 20 minutes long. You'll certainly want to understand the scenario we find ourselves in as we approach this new window. So, potential... Actually, the first thing I want to do is go to my inbox. Okay, that's weird. If the email's not there anymore. Received offers is what I want. This one for Montez, £16.9 million plus Danilo Pereira. We are looking for a first-team midfielder, but the general consensus here was to reject this bid and look to buy someone and keep Montez. So that's what we're doing. I do have a backup centre-back potentially on here with Evan Ndicka, who can play at wing-back too. So we're scouting him, but Evan Ndicka is definitely more of a centre-back than he is a wide player. So with regards backup left-back, Pedrosa, Bradaritz, Arteaga and Bernabei. Both Bernabei and Arteaga look like really, really good options. Bernabei could really do with some extra work with regards to his defensive stats. Arteaga is certainly more suited to a left-back. Bernabei could push forward and be involved in the attack, to be fair. So perhaps Arteaga is going to be the one that we go for at Genk. 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot, high work rates, and high medium for Bernabei. So having the high defensive work rate is another plus in Arteaga's favour. With regards to defensive midfielder, we had some options. We have Asensio, who we looked at before. Gustavo Asensio, who is still at Formalciu. Pricey, but he is very, very good. Jefferson Lerma is at Standard Liège in Belgium now in this save. Not at Bournemouth anymore. Was previously at Levante in Spain though, so certainly a viable option. Onyeka is very popular. His physical stats are just off the charts. Off the charts. Technically, it's nothing spectacular, but you grow those technical stats, the physical stats don't even need touching. He's just ridiculous and not that expensive, so it's hard to ignore him. I'll put it that way. It's hard to ignore him. Edson Alvarez is a player that could play at centre-back and at CDM. Mexican guy. Oscar Dorley, a Liberian, 4-star. Could play at CDM or left-back. Intrigued by him. A low release clause as well. Makes me think that perhaps, even though he's got loads of stars here, they're not actually going to be that spectacular. Soumare. Boubakary Soumare at Villarreal currently. Technically, again, not spectacular, but he's kind of a more accomplished player than Onyeka. Onyeka just has the just ridiculous physical stats. Uros Racic is at Roma. Now, they finished in a poor position last season, so that's a very viable option, and he looks decent. Belmonte we're scouting as well. Lucas Torreira is perhaps a little bit out of the way of possibility at this moment in time at 84 rated, considering we're going to be looking to continue to start Bay in the first team. Nicola Dominguez, however, could certainly be a good option. Very intrigued by the opportunity to potentially sign Nicolas Dominguez. Orel Mangala at Stuttgart, definitely an option. Great ball control and dribbling, and his passing's good too. Tackling is okay. Certainly would be able to do a job at CDM, especially with that stamina and decent other physical stats as well. Of course, we've looked at Ludovic Rice before, looking to loan him in. He's definitely a player that we could look to grow, but there are absolutely better options on this shortlist now that we have the extra financial clout. Yusuf Fofana is at Levante currently. He looks like a really accomplished player as well. Valued at nearly 40 million, but particularly impressive. And at a club that we could realistically just nab someone from and not really argue about realism at all. Santi Comesaña is a player that we've played against for Vallecano. I don't know as he's going to be very good if his release clause is 13.4, however. With regards to the backup winger role, we've Moussa Djenepo of Southampton, a player that I'd absolutely be interested in. Crepin Diatta could play on either side of the wing or up top at striker. And of course, we could also look at perhaps Marco Asensio, but I think we're not quite there yet. With regards to the striking role, Luis Javier Suarez is very good at Granada. João Pedro, I'm waiting for a scout report on. Odson Edouard is at Betis, and actually he's just moved there, so that's the end of that. There we go, do that. We have Macias, who moved to West Ham last season, is very expensive despite only being 83 rated. But he does have finishing of 83. However, Juan Camilo Hernandez has finishing of 83 and a history at the club. Obviously, Luis Javier Suarez was at Watford and has since moved to Granada after a couple of loan spells elsewhere. Juan Camilo Hernandez is still at Watford and was on loan here at the club at Mallorca a couple of seasons ago in real life. So that is an absolute go-to for me with a man with history at the club, similar to Kubo. In fact, in his player picture there on the left-hand side, I believe that's him in a Mallorca top. I might be mistaken there, but I think it is. So that's the obvious go-to at striker. He's not that highly rated yet, but similar to Brenner, could come in, do a job, and look to grow. So I think that's a no-brainer for me at striker, and I'm going to look to get that done straight away. I'm also going to look to Arteaga as well at left-back, because they're the obvious ones to go for in those positions, and then we'll wait for the CDM and winger roles until we've gotten some of those scout reports back. Now, it's not going to cost us a lot of money, by the looks of things, to bring Hernandez in, which is phenomenal. If they could... they seem rather stuck on that 33 million at the moment, but if they'll come down to just 30, that's great. We don't really need to bargain too hard, so for the sake of £3 million, I will finally agree. Juan Camilo Hernandez could well be coming to us. £59,000 a week is what he's on currently. We are in European football levels now, albeit Europa League, not Champions League, so we should be looking to spend about that on someone's wages, really, or we should be expecting to spend. Obviously, I'll look to spend as little as possible, but we should be expecting to spend that. I will deny the release clause because we'll set one of our own via the spreadsheet. Juan Camilo Hernandez, give me an idea what you want wage-wise. That's annoying. I'll offer him £45,000 a week. The AI almost certainly every time look to take a wage cut, and they have done here. This is no exception. So he is in. Then let me also try and get then Arteaga at left back in as well. We could get him for about 25 million probably at most. So we could be in with another fantastic deal here. I'll try and bargain with Genk and see if they're open to some sort of negotiation. They are asking for close to 30. Now, I'm not willing to go that high, especially when we have other options, but I will come up just above his valuation, and hopefully they'll just agree that. And they do! Fantastic. He's on £15,000 a week. Now, you would expect that he would want a pay rise coming from a lesser club in a lesser division to play in European football. 3-year contract is fine for now, but I expect that no release clauses we'll set our own, as we say. And I do think that he'll want probably about £30,000 a week. I'll offer him 23 and see if they'll accept that. Brilliant. There we go. 2 new signings, and we've not even advanced the day. I'm going to go and add them to the spreadsheet for release clauses, and I'll see you when I get those scout reports back. Jonathan Clark has gone to Angers. Diabate has gone to Fulham. But a bid for Gamal Suleiman, who is our potential to be special cam. We will delegate this and look for a 1-year loan with a view to recalling him later down the line. We've had a bid for Sheriff Bay of 6.9 million plus Rafael Camacho. Bye! That's bye to Sporting, not bye to Bay. Bay stays. Right. Still waiting on a few scout reports, so I shall leave you for a moment, but you'll be back with me soon, I imagine, because, well, some interest shown in Ndicka, but that's fine. I'm not going to be paying £30 million. Verdejo is going to go on a 2-year loan? No. When negotiate, not delegate. I don't think, actually, the delegate was available there, was it? I'll just try and negotiate a 1-year loan deal. And they'll accept that. I tried to negotiate a short term, and they came back with 2 years. So 1 year's fine. I think I'll just give up on the whole trying to get 2 years for someone thing, or 6 months for someone thing, sorry, because it's just doesn't look like it's going to happen. A 1-year loan to Montpellier for Suleiman would be good too. So we will accept that and hope that we can get some good football for him. Odds on Edouard was one of the strikers I was looking at, but we don't need a striker now. So first things first, I can go and take all those strikers off my shortlist now. At least that will lessen it down and make it less confusing. Transferred for Sergio Asenjo from Monaco, which we're going to reject for now. We're quite happy to keep Asenjo as our cup goalkeeper. Nîmes Olympique have bid for Bravo. I'm not going to be able to get much more than that, am I? So I am just going to accept that from them. It'll give us a little bit more to deal with regards to the rest of our transfers. But I don't... Wow, Spurs have paid £115.5 million for Rodri. We've gotten to that point of a career mode save where transfer values off up into the stratosphere. Valverde to City for 174 million. Neves to Bayern for 125 and Rodri to Tottenham for 115. It's gotten mental, lads. It's gotten mental. Verdejo has gone out on loan to PSV. We have our first 3 scout reports back as well. You're not going to be very good, at least not quickly enough. You're not going to be very good. You're not going to be very good. And you're not going to be very good. We're only looking for the cream of the crop. Those that are already valued at a few £1,000,000, not those that have, like this guy, that has the potential to get to the top end, but it's going to take 6 seasons to get there. We've not got that long to wait, I'm afraid. So, for now, you're going to have to only select the very, very, very best. And unfortunately, so far, we haven't had any of those. But there's still time. There's still time. Levante is in a couple of weeks' time. We're waiting for those scout reports to come back still. Suleiman's gone out and Bravo has been sold. Lovely. Bravo's gone to Nîmes and Suleiman has gone to Montpellier. Transfer bid for Prada of 3.6 from Birmingham. Again, that's a straight, easy yes. So that's another deal that should go through in the next few days on the run-up towards this first game of the season. I can't actually remember off the top of my head if I actually listed Lombardo on the transfer market. I didn't. I am doing so now. You can tell by the change in the background that we're getting close to the next game. Lombardo... Oh, hello, some scout reports. Santi Comesaña was a player I didn't think was going to be that. Actually, 77 rated. No, we can look for better, I'm afraid. He's better than I thought he was going to be, but he's not good enough. Evan Ndicka would be brilliant at centre-back. It just so happens at the moment we're not looking for a centre-back. Lombardo is happy to be leaving, which is good. And Velasquez has had a bid from Getafe. I will delegate and no, just a 1-year loan, please. We could actually keep tabs on Velasquez if he goes to Getafe because, of course, we'll be able to track his progress. Right, only a few days before the first game of the season. Still waiting for those scout reports. If they come back quickly, we might see another deal rushed across the line. Velasquez has agreed to go out on loan to Getafe for a year, which is brilliant. We can keep tabs on that. We've had a bid for Bela Kotchap from Fulham of 8.2. That's an easily rejectable no. We've had a bid for Casas as well from Sassuolo, which again is an easy rejectable no. Interest shown in Bernabeu, but that's fine. I've removed him from my shortlist now. And Prada has gone to Birmingham City. That deal is done. At last, the scout reports have returned just in time. And what I said about maybe sneaking something across the line before the next game, this might be it. We'll loan Morientes to Marseille if we can for the year. That should see him take a big bump in his overall. Morale could certainly do with a boost, but we'll be able to get that from the press conference. Right, what have we got? Jefferson Lerma 77. We've certainly got better options, I'm afraid. Alvarez 80. Some potential there, but there are better options. Now, Oscar Dorley, exceptional physical stats. Technically, with only 66 stand tackle, that's a no from me, I'm afraid. Sumare we knew of, and it looks good. Belmonte is just not grown, unfortunately. There were a couple of Belmontes. I may even have shortlisted the wrong one for you guys. Nicola Dominguez, for about value... I believe the phrase is no-brainer. Don't you? Nicola Dominguez, for about £30 million... Nobody would say no to that. Nobody would say no to that. I mean, I might even be able to be a little bit cheeky and go in undervalue and they might say yes. 30.4, fine. Done, deal, signed, get him in. What is he on a week? 40 grand? Easy. That is a brilliant signing. Very pleased with that. Nicola Dominguez will grow as well. We'll say rotation. He wants crucial. If you'll sign important, I'd prefer it because... because you're not going to be crucial initially. Sheriff Bay is our go-to starting alongside Lucas Robertone, but to have someone like Nicola Dominguez to be able to come in and do a job when needed, banging, absolutely superb. That's exactly what we needed. Wage-wise, I mean, I'll offer you 35. He might want a bit of a wage boost. No, they're happy with that. So am I. That is wonderful. Sorry, I'll leave Onyeka there because he's genuinely that impressive. And if we do need another centre mid, then he might be a go-to. But some of the others, unfortunately, not quite good enough. Gineppo could be a great backup winger. He's very quick. Diatta, I don't want someone that's quite that fast. But Gineppo as a backup winger, I think I'm on board with that. Release clause of 44, but we should be able to get him cheaper than that. I'll begin negotiations with the club. And then that should be, for now at least, everything that I'm looking to do. For now, we've got the backup left back. You want Sheriff Bay? I mean, no, but it's interesting to see Sheriff be getting as much interest as he is in this window. They want 37 for Gineppo. So we've got the striker, we've got the centre mid, we've got the left back, and now we might well have got the winger as well. 59 was it, or £54,000 a week for Gineppo? 59. Rotation, if you take it. Important. Well, that's the next step up. And I can't offer you crucial rotation again, so you'll have to get that one. Important will do. He will have a part to play. Sorry, no. Deny release clause. I'm going to do it manually. We have a spreadsheet, game. We have a spreadsheet. Thank you. Right. Shouting at a game about an Excel spreadsheet. What has my life become? £45,000 to Gineppo. And he will sign on the dotted line. I take Pacheco out of there now. Onyeka and Asensio will stay for the time being. But that is what I believe to be an exceptional transfer window. Don't you? Nicola Dominguez in. Gineppo in. And I don't think we could really have asked for more. That is a wonderful transfer window for us. We've got all of the youngsters out on loan we wanted to go out on loan. And I think for now, I can be exceptionally pleased with how this window has progressed. We can now go into our games this month, knowing that we're in a very, very solid position. Just need to add those new names to the spreadsheet. But we're in a very strong position to grow the youth players that are away and challenge for a top 4 spot in the league. This could be a very exciting season at Mallorca this year. Levante's starting lineup does include Fofana at centre mid, the player that we were intrigued by in the window, but we didn't go for. They've got a 4-4-2 lineup with Buta on the right, who will be very, very fast. So we'll have to keep an eye on him. But starting lineup-wise, we are, as you would expect us to be, making his debut up top, Juan Camilo Hernandez. Let's see how good he can be. We have a new number 10. Is he going to replace Brenner's goals? Time will tell. I certainly hope so. He definitely has the possibility to. And having that emotional connection to the club already, having been here on loan in a previous season. Oh, welcome to the club, Juan Camilo Hernandez. That's what you love to see. Wow. We'll take that. More of the same, please. Keep it coming. Robert over the top. They've got Robert at the back and Roger up top. It's kind of... I keep tripping over each one's name when they're in possession. They're not in possession right now. We are, and Robertone's making a great run. And we could get Camilo Hernandez an assist on debut if Robertone kicked the ball, not the air next to it. Great defending, to be fair, from Levante to ensure we didn't take a 2-0 lead. A side that we should certainly be beating, though. And that's going to be an interception that's nicely done by the defender. Keep that in, please. Thank you. We've got Atletico Madrid coming up as match day 2 in La Liga. And then what should be a pretty straightforward game against Tenerife that we will simulate. Robertone will lift this looking for Hernandez, and he can't quite get to it first either. And we'll stay at 1-0 with 5 minutes to go till the break. Bay chests that rather nonchalantly down to Robertone. Camilo Hernandez round the corner there to Robertone. We'll look for Kubo. Is he going to have the pace to get there? He does. Just Camilo Hernandez. Oh, that's excellent footwork. And I just stayed in possession a little bit too long. Kim will win that header, though. It will fall kindly for Insua as Robertone ran past it. Bay, are you going to make me a run? He's not. He is now. We'll look for him here. And Musa around the outside. And Insua could run in. Oh, actually, it might fall here for Kubo. It has done. It's not Kubo. Who was that? Might even have been Robertone. He'll have the corner at the very least here, Robertone. And Kim could win this header. It's going to fall. And Clerc and Tavernier will get rid of it for Levante. But they can't get rid of it properly. Musa, support here from Bay. Through that gap there's Robertone. And Kubo's out wide. And will dart inside on that left and look to bend it. It's on target. But it's not going to cause Aitor too many problems. Levante's still 1-0 down here, though, and definitely looks second best on this particular match day. But we haven't been able to really put them to the sword and grab that second goal to make this look like a straightforward result. Which it is now. And guess who scored the goal? A brace on debut for Hernandez. I think we made the right decision, don't you? Lovely ball over the top to Hernani. Still 20 to go here. Enough time for them to get something from it. They've got a throw here with Casas winning the interception there. Dani Gomez. Good footwork, to be fair to him. Here's Fofana. Will he try and prove to us that we made the wrong decision in picking Nicola Dominguez over him to come to the club to play with us in Europe? Dani Gomez. Good block by Casas. We certainly made the right decision in keeping him at the club. That is for damn sure. Insua back to Robertone. On the run is Kubo. He's always a good outlet, Kubo. Just doesn't have that end product. The assist, the goal at the end of the run. That's what we're missing. I'd be curious to know how many assists of assists he has, if you know what I mean. How many times he's played the ball to someone who has then assisted someone else. I imagine that stat's probably quite good for Kubo, but you can only go on the stats that are recorded. And unfortunately, those stats that are recorded aren't in Kubo's favour. Insua not able to seal us a third, but the stat that will be going in our favour in this game is going to be 2 goals for Juan Camilo Hernandez on debut, and also 3 points for Mallorca in game number 1. We've got Atletico Madrid coming up next, and then Tenerife at the end of the month. That one will be simulated, but obviously we will play Atleti, which is an entirely different test than this one here against Levante. Koke Vegas making a good save at the end of the game to ensure that we keep hold of our scoreline to 0. And with 2 minutes to go, we have to be very happy with the day's work to this point. Excellent signings. Great debut performance from one of those signings. And great debut or great opening performance from the entire team on match day number 1. I don't know, as I could have done anything better so far, if you pardon my pumping of my own trumpet. But, I mean, that's perfection so far. We've got every player we wanted in the position that we wanted to improve in. Great players that have come in. An immediate impact from the most crucial one, that being our brand new goal-scoring striker. We couldn't have asked for more. We just have to wait and see now what happens for the rest of the window. But, what's Say saying? I've been reading some of the... No, you're fine, I'll think about it. Don't start getting all humpety with me, Lamkelze. A bid for, well, Lombardo from Levante. I'm quite happy to just accept that. Perfection to this point in the window. We are 3rd in the league, although we have top Atleti next. I don't think anything else is going to happen in the window, other than Morientes going out on loan to Marseille and rejecting the bid from Salzburg for Senho. I mean, I'm very, very happy with this so far. Delighted, in fact. Velasquez has gone out on loan. Lombardo has been sold. We've had a bid for Kim Min Jae. Valued at 18. They've offered me 19.8, which is not much. Now, Kim Min Jae does have a release clause of £33 million. They reckon I could get up to 29. We do have the opportunity to try and negotiate this to an agreeable fee. Now, Evan Ndicka was one of the names on the shortlist not too long ago. Kim Min-jae is the 2nd highest rated defender we have at the club. I would not be against selling him, but Dortmund are going to have to offer me more than just above valuation, I'm afraid. I know it's Borussia Dortmund, but why would any club in our position sell one of their 2 starting centre-backs for value? That's Dortmund's fault for not paying what Kim Min-jae is worth, in my opinion. There is no reason why I would sell him for just £19 million. How am I supposed to replace my starting centre-back for £19 million? Dortmund, you should know better. You should be able to negotiate better. You have shown a history of being able to negotiate great deals for players before, like Jude Bellingham, etc. But on this occasion, you're off the mark. Sorry, lads. You're not getting him for a fee that small. Morientes loaned out. He will join Marseille. Bournemouth have offered to take Picard out on loan. We will again delegate for just the 1 year's loan without the option to buy. A bid for Didier Lamkelzee from West Brom of 11.4. Now, his release clause is 16.5. I mean, I don't want to sell him. No, yeah, I don't want to sell him. I was like, do I, don't I? No, I don't need to, I don't want to, he stays. Bella Kotchap has a release clause of 22 million. Feyenoord offered me 8.2. Again, happily rejecting that bid. We are seeing some interest in some of our players, but the interest just isn't being shown with the right sort of figures attached to them. Players are available for transfer. We're absolutely not a club that are going to just bat away every single bid that comes in. But the bids have to be right. I'm not just going to get swindled in a transfer window. The deal has to be right for the club in question as well. And at the minute, they're not offering deals that are right for this club. Picard will go out on loan to Bournemouth for a year. We hope that these youngsters that are going out on loan now will grow very well indeed. We are on the day of playing Atletico Madrid at home. At home, you can see their starting lineup. Oblak still in goal. Alaba, Soyuncu, Perez, Diaz, Aouar, Llorente, Rafinha sat in front of Kondogbia in the defensive midfield role with Joao Felix and Gonzalez up top. That's a very familiar looking Atletico Madrid side for us. We're used to seeing them line up like that in that formation with those players, and we know we can cause them some problems. We'll see if we can do that again. Kim Min-jae has had his space at the club come into question, but if Dortmund aren't going to give me money, I'm not going to accept it. I don't have to, because Kim is happy at the club, and we are progressing as a club, and Dortmund obviously play Champions League football, obviously are a big draw, but I'm not going to be bullied by bigger sides. I'm quite happy to sell players to big sides, but not for the cheap, not on the cheap. Why would I? Got no reason to. We're a growing side in a good position, and if we can get a 1-0 lead here, which we can, then I'm very, very happy indeed with the way that this season is going right now. Thrilled. Now and Perez to Rafinha. Just lifted it over the top. Montes drawn away from where he should be because Kufre is still pushed too far forward. Here's Joao Felix looking to scoop it. Oh, and that's a finish. That is a finish from Luis Diaz. Atletico Madrid are level. I thought for a moment that the scoop pass was perhaps a little bit unnecessary. Well, it was unnecessary when a simple ball through on the floor would have sufficed. Risking what was a clear-cut chance there, Joao Felix. He's lucky that it's paid off, because if they miss that chance, or Diaz doesn't even get to the ball because of the weird scoop, then manager Diego Simeone goes batshit crazy at him, as you know Diego Simeone would. Thankfully for Joao Felix's point of view, he's not going to get a lashing off the manager, because he has found the ball through to Diaz, and they have their equaliser. Gonzalez. Across to Aouar, early ball, but Casas should deal with that. Ever reliable, Ismail Casas. One of the best growing right backs I think we've used for quite a while in this save. Was he in his late 60s when he signed? Early 70s at the very highest. Musa inside here to Camilo Hernandez. And Kubo's there. Kubo goal perhaps? No, Jan Oblak denies him. Great run inside though from young Kubo. Good to see him actually getting involved in attacking moves. Montes will keep that alive. Robertone out to Kufre and will deliver it. It's not the worst delivery in the world, but Kondogbia is underneath it. Kubo to Insua. A bit of space. Was moving, but straight into the hands of Oblak. Llorente. Little flick to Kondogbia. He's got options around him. Llorente into Gonzalez. Oh, it's a nice ball through. And Koke Vegas makes the save. Diego Simeone can't believe that they haven't taken the lead there on the brink of half-time. It would be in stoppage time that they take the lead if this ends up going in the back of the net, which Casas makes sure that doesn't happen, although I think that was headed wide. Casas trying to win it back. They've gone backwards here. The referee might blow his whistle for half-time. Still play continues. Hussein Aouar gone backwards again. Ref, come on. Come on. It's full. It's half-time, ref. It's half-time, ref. Get out! It's half-time, ref. Thank you. Jesus. Rafinha into Llorente. Oh, I can't quite get there. Joao Felix. Oh, kind of hopped into that challenge there, Kim Min-jae. That was a little bit out of control, really. Looks two-footed to me. Hernandez has options on the right. Kubo's on the way. Alaba's tucked narrow here. Doesn't have a massive amount of pace, Alaba. Will look for, well, actually it was meant for Insua in the middle, but the ball not finding him and going towards Hernandez. Looking to try and get ourselves back in front here. A point against Ansu Fati's gone to Hertha Berlin. Well, that 90 million to Hertha Berlin. That is an unexpected transfer, to say the least. Wow. Yeah. Not sure about that one. I mean, if Ansu Fati can go to Hertha Berlin, then I can turn down Borussia Dortmund for an undervalued bid. Don't you think? Kubo will look inside to Hernandez and look at the run. Oh, he's bullied his way round. He's really bullied his way round. It's a good block by Perez. Yeah, Hernandez back there to Kufre. Space for Bay. At your feet. Let the shot fly. Good block by Aouar. We're pressing for this winner. We really are. Atleti worried at the minute. Although, I'd be worried if they could play Joao Felix through, but thankfully he's slow on the pick-up there, Aouar. Right then, half an hour to go. I might make some changes. We may even bring on Nicola Dominguez to try and hold on to what we've got, more so than attacking to try and get the win. But if you'd offer me a point pre-kickoff, I certainly would have taken it. And we could still get more than that. Looking for Robertone. Looking for Insua. That's Musa, and he's offside. That's a shame. Right, Bay off, I think. Bay off and Dominguez on, and we'll bring Gineppo on for Musa. Gineppo may even be able to force his way into the starting lineup. We'll have to wait and see how he plays. Jan Oblak with the ball forward. Up we go, please. Good header by Robertone. We were under pressure at the very end of the first half, and we're under pressure at the very end of the second. That is a wonderful tackle by Ismael Casas, though, and that will seal the game. A 1-1 draw against Atleti. Satisfying point, I think we have to say. Pleased with that. We've lost to Atleti before, and we certainly matched them in that game, and I think that shows the progress we're making. Valencia get a good 3-0 win against Eibar. We should get a victory against Tenerife in the next game. Bid for Casas. 78.2 million from Juventus. I can't... we nearly lost him to City recently. Can I justify asking for 100 million for him? He's still only 22. If I can get 100 million, if I can get over 85, he can go. They're getting dangerously close to that over 85 already, aren't they? 94. We come up from there. 78.2. They don't seem to want to budge from that. 86. What can you do? What can you do? They've paid significantly over value. That's what Dortmund didn't do for Kim. Means I'm now going to need a bloody right back late on. Time to go back to your comment section, I think. Family Cow or Family Sue have come in for Nicholas Wood. That's the club that had a CDM that we were looking at potentially buying in their ranks. We've presumably now had the Europa League groups drawn. We have FC Zurich, we have SC Braga, and Trabzonspor. I think you'll find that is a winnable group. Most certainly a winnable group. But what do I do at right back now? Casas about to leave. I am... What I could do, because I haven't asked about right backs, I don't really have any options in the comment section from you guys for right backs. So what I might do is try and jumble my way through to January with Pippa, and then hope that you guys can give me, well, wait for you guys to genuinely, not hope that you will, because you will, give me options for a Casas replacement, and then we can go for that Casas replacement in January, and we'll know by then if we're actually in a position to maybe start attracting players of a slightly higher ability. Pippa can certainly do a job between now and January, and with the RTG signing, hopefully we could deal with the depth issues that we might face, which... Casas sold. Oh, Ismail! Oh, it kills me to see you leave, but I have no choice. I have no choice. £76 million added to the transfer budget. We've a lot of money to spend on a right back. But it's just... Can you play at right back? I mean, you could play at right back. He's not got very good crossing. How long would it take to train... He's got high work rates. How long would it take to train Onyeka as a right back? I've absolutely no idea. Could I train anyone else as a... Oh, I just... Oh, shit the bed. Why'd you have to go and bid for Casas? He was one of my favourite players at the club. Balls! Who's on the transfer list? Is there anyone on the transfer list at right back? I've absolutely no idea. I doubt it because the transfer list is shite in career mode. Transfer status listed. Eric Durm. There's barely any players on the transfer list in the entire save, apparently. This is literally everybody's on the transfer list ever, and Zay Carlos is the only one that's there. Ah, bollocks! Free agents. Have we got any free agents that are right backs that we could perhaps snap up that are any good? You any good? No. Yikes. No. I think we might have to wait till January. I don't want to just go out and sign anyone randomly. I'll wait for your feedback. Oh, God. That sucks. Losing Casas really sucks. David Carmona. James Clark. Oh, come on. Oh, there's so many. I've just seen the cursor. There's so many here to go through. I'm not going to bother. Shit. Well, Pippa will step in, and you guys will have to rescue me in January with a right back, please. 4-1 win against Tenerife. Hernandez, Robertone, and Musa. That gives me confidence that Pippa can certainly do a job for us at the back, because there was no defensive worries there whatsoever, was there? Transfer deadline day will arrive swiftly. A bid for Bird, which we will accept. Just a straight 1-year loan to Eupen. Thank you very much. And Brighton have offered me Robert Sanchez plus some money for Sergio Senjo. No, thank you. Well, Getafe are top, Osasuna are second, and Mallorca are third. Welcome to La Liga, boys. Bid for Tiam on a 1-year loan deal. He can go to Braga, who are in our Europa League group. That'd be intriguing to come up against him if they decide to start him. Wood has gone out on loan, so he will go to Familisiu. And deadline day is upon us. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother trying to sign a right back now. I'm not gonna bother. We will wait till January. We certainly have the depth in the squad to deal with it. Bird has gone out on loan to Eupen, so I'm still happy with how this transfer window has gone, other than devastated to lose. Now Chelsea have bid for Montez. What's his? Montez's release clause is 87.5 million. Although he's not a new signing anymore. 52.5. They've bid 35.9, which is not that far above value, to be fair. But if they'll come up. What did I say his release was? 52.5. Oh, I tell you what, we might even be able to negotiate his release clause here. £52.5 million from Chelsea for Montez would see him leave. You'll bid 46 or whatever, but you won't come up an extra 6. I mean, I'm quite within my rights to ask for an extra little bit to match the release clause. Thank you very much. That's frustrating, but I mean, like I say, quite within my rights to be able to ask for that little bit more. Bid for Vegas from Sporting. His release clause is £16 million, and we know that we want to keep him. Another bid for Montez, though, from Burnley. I mean, if Burnley stump up the cash that Chelsea wouldn't, then they really should be embarrassed at Stamford Bridge. What did I say his release clause was? 52.5. Will you bid 52.5, Burnley? They might just walk away. Burnley will pay his release clause, but Chelsea wouldn't. Montez might be about to go. Evan and Dicker might be about to come in. We knew that he was a right-back we might well want. A bid for Robertoni from Wolves. Don't do this to me. Robertoni's release clause. He's not a brand new signing anymore. Robertoni's release clause is 75 million. Now, Wolves is not a side that I absolutely definitively have to negotiate with. So I'm going to reject that. And I think Lucas Robertoni may well be getting himself a new contract in the not too distant future. Let's confirm that Montez departure, which we have now done. And I'll go out and sign Evan and Dicker. At least we can get, we know we have a centre-back that we can absolutely go and sign. Thanks to the suggestions from you guys in the past windows. We had no idea that we were going to be losing Casas. So, yeah, Evan and Dicker is an absolute... Oh, was he at Roma, though? Has he just signed for Roma? Don't tell me he's just signed for Roma. I bet he's just signed for Roma. He's just signed for bloody Roma! But I can bid for him. I am confused. I mean, sure, if unless that was last... I'm confused. 44.8. I mean, you'll definitely come down from there. I'm confused. Lads, I don't understand what's happening right now, but I hope you're on board with it. I'm so confused. I'm not going to give you 44.8. Fucking hell. I mean, I guess I can afford to give you 44.8 because... we got 50 plus for Montez. 42, thank you. Right, what's he on a week? 44 grand. Was that, is he moving to Roma and then to me in the same window? I'm confused here. I'm really not sure. Evan Dicker, 4-year contract length, that's fine. Honestly, I'm heartbroken about Casas. Genuinely heartbroken. I love that man. Definitely want to... Easy decision to just accept that. I'm heartbroken about Casas, but... And Dicker will come in, and you guys will have to give me some options for right back in January. We've got the depth to be able to deal with it for the time being, I'm pretty sure. I'm comfortable enough with the depth we've got anyway. I'll adjust and Dicker for Casas in my spreadsheet after the end of the episode. But we will quickly show you what's what in this summer window. Bid for Kufre. Spurs have bid me £41 million plus an 82... I do need a right back, but I don't want to let Kufre go. Kufre's release clause is 121 million. Spurs won the bloody Premier League. Oh my god. We do have... Okay, so look. I need a right back. I've got a new left back that I've bought in already. Actually, is there enough time left? Because this was with 2 hours to go. I'll negotiate a little bit more money. I'm quite happy to accept that right back. Quite happy to accept that right back. But will you give me a little bit more money? Because, let's be honest, Kufre is worth a lot more than you're bidding there. 41.5. That's barely, in fact, it's less than valuation, what you're basically offering me here, Tottenham. It's less than valuation. And with an extra player... No! Bid me a fair offer. A fair offer. Screw you, Jose. Kufre stays. To be honest, even if I had accepted, I don't think there's enough time for it to go through anyway, but still. No. Go away, Jose. I'm not just letting a player go for the cheap. For the umpteenth time. Right, let's see what we got. Athletic Club to Bilbao will be the first team, won't they? Yes, so Bilbao have done a little bit of business. Atleti have sold Richarlison, Perez and Alaba, so that Perez and Alaba have gone since we played them. Akanji is in and Gonzalez too. Luke Ayling in at Osasuna with a couple of other players as well. Tenerife done a little bit of business. Troy Parrott in at Barcelona with Griezmann and Fati leaving. And Liam Delap in at Barcelona as well. Selling Ansu Fati to Hertha Berlin baffles me, honestly. The transfer windows in FIFA are just mental, aren't they? Girona. Granada have been very busy. So have Levante. Malaga, not so much. Celta, a little bit. Arkadiusz Milik coming in there. Espanyol. We've done a lot of business and we'll do more in January. Eduard in at Betis. Emerson out. Emerson could have been a good right-back option, but he's already moved. Alexandro in at Real Madrid. Jovic out. Zuma, Odriozola could have been an option, perhaps right-back. I don't think we're quite at the level of being able to attract a player like that. Diego Carlos out at Sevilla. Julian Brandt in at Valencia, as well as Adam Klozek as well. Kasper Dolberg and Maxi Gomez leaving. Villarreal have signed Borra, Retsos, Dabila and Turanariga with Nunez going. The biggest deals in this window were very big. They were very big. Oh, monthly scout reports. Lam Kelze transfer offer. No, you're too late, mate. I'm not selling Lam Kelze anyway. Oh, I'll look at those at the beginning of the next episode. This is going on long enough now. You guys probably want to go and have your dinner. I want to go and have my dinner. 174 million for Valverde. Alphonso Davies to Manchester City for 136. With Bayern spending some of that money. Oh no, actually they're just recouping the money that they spent on Neves. Rodri to Spurs. Brenner to Arsenal, of course. Richarlison went to Leverkusen. James Maddison from PSG to Newcastle. Kim Pemba to Bayern from Liverpool. Fati to Hertha Berlin for 92 million. The heart breaks once again seeing that. Nunez to Lyon. And from Nunez, De La Cruz goes to Milan. Konate to Leicester. Greenwood to Chelsea. Strakosha to Chelsea. Szoboszlai to Dortmund. Lukaku to Liverpool. Reece James from Leipzig to Bayern. I certainly would have signed Reece James, that's for sure. Union Brandt to Valencia, as we saw. Chiesa to Inter. Ben Chilwell to Napoli. Adrian Silva. Emerson to Chelsea. Lewandowski to Liverpool. Suarez to Athletic Club to Bilbao. Luis Javier Suarez. Varane to Manchester United. Senesi to Real Madrid. Camavinga to Torino. Evan Nielsen. Griezmann went to Watford. Jovic to Bayern, Fierman to Lyon, Kakare to Sociedad, Maxi Gomez went to Manchester United, Guaido to Roma, Montes to Burnley, Lamar to Leipzig, Kozik to Valencia, Pelistri, Watford, Hermoso to Chelsea. Hermoso might have been a decent right-back signing, potentially Golini. Can play out wide, I think. Zinchenko to Leipzig, nothing massive here. Well, Insigne to Barcelona is an interesting one with regards player involved, if not a massive fee. Right then, well, you have a couple of episodes to give me your suggestions for the January transfer window for right back. We've a very busy month. We've a lot of football to be played between now and January with this Europa League group stage, but it is a Europa League group stage that we're pretty confident that we can get through. So we'll just play it by ear with regards signings, or not signings, with regards simulations. But for now, that's all for today. That was an eventful transfer window, wasn't it? A very eventful transfer window. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow as the hectic window, hectic season continues. It will be games this time rather than transfers. I think I need to lie down after that. I'll see you later.